Hello, I am Lalita S. Umraska, economics teacher. BYK College of Commerce welcomes you in online lecture series organized by Gokhale Education Society's Central Coordination Committee for Class 11. Today I am going to discuss with you chapter number 4, that is the economy of Maharashtra. Under this chapter, I am going to discuss with you service sector. Here I am going to discuss with you 3 points. Number 1 is introduction. Number 2, classification of infrastructure. And number 3, measures for development of economic infrastructure. Let us see the first point, that is introduction point. First point is service sector consists of insurance, tourism, retail banking, education and social services. All of you know there are three sectors in the economy: primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. Primary sector is known as agricultural sector. Secondary sector is known as a industrial sector or manufacturing sector, and tertiary sector is known as a service sector. Okay, so service sector is that sector which provides service to the society. So service sector consists of insurance, tourism, retail banking, education and social services. Service sector includes provision of services to business as well as final consumers. So who gets services through service sector? Business, houses as well as final consumers. Service sector is the largest employment generating and fastest growing sector of the economy. The contribution of service sector to the gross state domestic product has been the highest compared to the other sectors in the economy. So contribution of service sector to the GSTP, that is gross state domestic product, has been the highest as compared to the other sectors in the economy. What is gross state domestic product? It is a gross value of all final goods and services produced within a state. Yes, that is known as a gross state domestic product, has been the highest compared to the other sectors in the economy, and it was 54.5% during 2017-2018. The core areas for the development of service sector includes fintech, IT, ITS, startups, cloud computing, electric vehicles, defense, tourism, and private universities. What is fintech? Fintech stands for financial technology. It is the technology and innovation that aims to compete with traditional financial methods in the delivery of financial services. That is known as a fintech. So it is an emerging industry that uses technology to improve activities in the finance, that is known as fintech. The next one is IT. Next sector is what? IT, that is information technology sector. ITS, what is ITS? Information technology enabled services. So it includes a wide variety of operations which uses information technology to improve the efficiency of an organization. So again I am repeating, what is ITS? ITS stands for Information Technology Enabled Services. It includes a wide variety of operations which uses information technology to improve the efficiency of an organization. So most of the major companies in the world prefer India for outsourcing information technology enabled services, right? So it is due to the availability of relatively cheaper and talented workforce which helps to reduce cost and improve service standards. Okay, next one is a startup area for the development of service sector. What do you understand by startup? Startup is a young company founded by one or more entrepreneurs to develop a unique product or service and bring it to the market. Okay, so startup gets funding from founders or their friends and family members. Okay, again I'm repeating, what is a startup? Startup is a young company founded by one or more entrepreneurs to develop a unique product or service and bring it to the market. So from where so startup gets funding from founders or their friends or family members. Okay, that is also important sector for development of service sector. Okay, next one is a cloud computing. Next area for the development of service sector is cloud computing. What is cloud computing? It is the use of hardware and software to deliver a service over a network or internet. Again, I am repeating, it is the use of hardware and software to deliver a service over a network or internet. Take example here. Let us explain cloud computing with the help of example. Yes, an example of cloud computing provider is Google's Gmail. Gmail users can access their files and application hosted by Google via internet from any device. So that is the best example of cloud computing. Okay, next area for the development of service sector is electrical vehicles, defense, tourism and private universities. Okay. Government has also tried to expand the service sector by various activities in Tier 2 cities. What do you understand by Tier 2 cities? Tier 2 cities are the cities which are comparatively smaller than metropolitan cities in terms of population. So tier 2 cities are the cities which are comparatively smaller than metropolitan cities in terms of population, and population from 50,000 up to 99,000 up to 999 as per the 2001 census. Okay, so government has also tried to expand the service sector by various activities in tier 2 cities. Let us see the core areas of service sector. Core areas means basic areas of service sector. Yes, here infrastructure is very important area here. What do you understand by infrastructure? So infrastructure means basic facilities provided by public sector or private sector for welfare of the society, that is known as infrastructure. Okay, so infrastructure is the basic requirement for economic development. Good quality of infrastructure, yes, definitely such things are there in the country, then economic development is possible. Okay, a sound infrastructural foundation is the key to overall socio-economic development of the state. Adequate infrastructural facilities are an absolute necessity for rapid achievement of sustainable economic growth. Let us see the classification of infrastructure. There are two types of infrastructure: economic infrastructure and social infrastructure. Okay, economic infrastructure divided into three: energy, transport and communication. In energy, all types of energy, conventional sources of energy, non-conventional sources of energy, all these sources comes in economic infrastructure. In transport, four modes of transport, you know very well: railways, roadways, waterways, airways. All these modes of transport comes in economic infrastructure. Next one is a communication. Under communication, radio service is there, television service is there, private channels are there, satellite service is there, internet facilities are there. So all sources of communication comes in economic infrastructure. Now let us see the social infrastructure. Health and education, these are the two important pillars of social infrastructure. Social infrastructure is classified into two: health as well as education. Let us see what is economic infrastructure. Yes, and what are measures for development of economic infrastructure undertaken by the state government of Maharashtra. Number one is increasing installed capacity of electricity generation. Yes, government increase installed capacity of electricity generation. Number two is rural electrification, network improvement and programs for energy conservation. That is important measure undertaken by the Maharashtra government. Number three is very important scheme introduced by the government: modified direct benefit transfer scheme to LPG consumers in the state. Okay, again I am repeating: modified direct benefit transfer scheme to LPG consumers in the state. Number four is road development plan. Road that was from 2001 up to 2021 is being implemented in the state with a target to develop 3.37 lakh kilometers of road within a state. Okay, Number 5 is Metro Railway has started at Mumbai and Nagpur. Number 6 is Maharashtra Port Development Policy was constituted for integrated development of port. Okay, so for that government introduced Sagarmala program. The Sagarmala program launched by the central government for port-led development. Number 7, internet subscribers base was 5.45 crore in Maharashtra as on 30th September 2017, which is the highest among all the states. Let us see what is modified direct benefit transfer scheme. This scheme was launched in November 2014 by the government of India in 54 districts in 11 states. So this scheme was started by the central government in November 2014 in 54 districts in 11 states. It is an attempt to change mechanism of transferring subsidies. So it is an attempt to change mechanism of transferring subsidies. So it aims to transfer subsidy directly to the people through their bank account. So people get such kind of subsidies directly or through their bank accounts. Following are the programs parts of DBT, that is direct benefit transfer. Okay, so National Child Labor Projects. Okay, number 2 is a student scholarship. Student get their scholarship directly through their bank account. Okay, number 3 is a LPG subsidy. So people get LPG subsidy through their bank account. So that is known as a modified direct benefit transfer scheme. Next program is for port development, Sagar Mala program. It is an initiative by the government of India to enhance the performance of country's logistics sector. Logistics sector means transportation sector, and Sagarmala program was launched by the government of India in July 2015. Sagarmala aims to modernize India's ports so that port-led development can be augmented and coastlines can be developed to contribute to India's growth. So there are 4 key pillars in this program. Number 1 is port modernization. First key pillar is a port modernization. Number 2 is a port connectivity enhancement. Number 3 is a port link industrialization. And number 4 is a coastal community development. Therefore, total 577 projects to be covered with total estimated investment rupees 9.2 trillion or US dollar 130 billion in 2019 for Sagarmala project. What student, what I discuss with you today? Yes, service sector of Maharashtra state. Under that, what I discuss first point, that is introduction point. Number 2 is a classification of infrastructure. All of you know there are 2 types of infrastructure: economic infrastructure and social infrastructure. Number 3 is in what are measures undertaken by the government for the development of economic infrastructure. And finally, thank you for listening my video lecture.